Howdy, Captains. Happy 250th anniversary patch day, everybody.
Good evening. We are here both in various versions of the Fort Worth.
Wart.
I am in the broke version, and Snarf is in the bespoke version.
Bespoke. That's a way of saying it. It is a very pretty gold skin, I will say. The hats off to the art team for putting this one together. I am very pretty, especially in the new port with all the lighting effects that are going on in there. It is quite pretty. And then we have the improved shadow mapping in this update as well. I don't know if that's playing a factor into it, but it is looking very pretty. But how is everybody doing? And people enjoying this patch thus far? Everybody out in the NA servers, at least, I hope.
And so we're still on Snarf's screen, but if we can go ahead and just pop over to my gameplay. I am showing off something on my Fort Worth, which is the new decals.
Indeed.
Or decals, if you are of that mind.
Of Zuikatsu descent.
But I have the inevitable form of all life, the crab, showing that off proudly on the bow of my Fort Worth. I think that's just, we should all aspire to crab. Life aspires to crab, and so should we.
You say so. I don't quite know how to interpret that sentence, but I believe in you.
Things keep evolving into crabs. It's an actual sign. I believe it's cancerization. There's a term for it.
I guess that makes sense.
Because crab is the ultimate form of life, and so not all crabs are really that closely related. They come from several evolutionary lines that just keep evolving into that same basic body plan.
Interesting.
Because crab is the ultimate form of life.
That's almost as interesting as the factoid about our mystery drop that's currently active.
Sharks are very old, for those of you that didn't know.
We might be able to get some nice shots on this headgear using a time-based reload booster. I think it's a second American ship with one of those.
It is after Bridgeport.
It is. It is indeed.
See that Edinburgh? So you turned away in time.
We got an extra set off.
DJC 499, the Fjord port is having technical issues and is disabled right now.
True. Unfortunately. But why would you want anything besides the New York port right now? It's freaking
it's
beautiful. Team worked hard on that one. Look at all the fireworks.
Run away, because there's a Vermont, there's a Sibir, there's a lot of enemies over there, and I don't want to deal with that mess. I'm just gonna peace out.
I think we're gonna swap back over to HE.
Fort Worth is, unlike many American cruisers, not actually that slow, so she is able to peace out quite quickly.
Yes.
And you do have torpedoes if someone is really getting close to you, just as a bit of a deterrent. They don't deal a huge amount of damage. They're only 16,000 per.
Jeez.
But you do have 5 of them per side. So they make you're likely to hit with at least one of them. Assuming someone's within range, which is relatively short, only 9.2 kilometers.
I believe they are a perfect stat match for Fletcher's stock torpedoes.
Interesting. I don't know anyone who uses Fletcher's stock torpedoes, so I can't confirm that, but...
And we'll say she does come equipped with pretty much all of the utility you could ask for. I mean, she's got radar, she's got hydro. If you could swap out the radar for a spotter plane if you just want to sit back and farm instead.
You could, in theory, switch out the hydro for DFAA.
It's true. You can kind of do whatever the heck you want. So the utility is certainly there. And I think she has improved ricochet angles on her AP, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep. Like most of the U.S. heavy cruisers, she has the same bounce angles as Des Moines and her line. So you're able to use that AP at like significantly steeper angles than most other ships.
I do occasionally use HE though, which I'm not sure if is par, but do enjoy setting fires when I can.
I mean, it's
Stalingrad. That might be a good enough angle to get some shots off in the Stalingrad. Let's see if we can use that reload in time while he's sneaking around that corner.
If you see someone use their DCP and you don't have great AP angles on them, there's nothing wrong with popping your reload booster and trying to set a few more bonus fires to get some perma damage going.
Not doing as much damage as I like. See if we can sneak right through that little gap with that reload booster going.
Switching to fighters and DFA on Fort Worth is a surefire way to not see any CVs in battle. as proven by StatsBlook. I would believe that, because whenever I run DFAA on my Cerberus, I never see a carrier, and whenever I run, my usual anti-submarine build, I never see a submarine. So, you do not face the enemy you desire.
Massachusetts just had a bad day. We're just kind of patrolling on the outskirts over here. I don't want to commit too hard. Not the tankiest ship in existence, I will say.
No, she's not. And the firing angles on that third turret are not the best.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the weaker aspects.
I would say the enemy Hakuryu found me. Oh, that's a Stalingrad. Oh, I am very lucky to get out of that. I'm going to try and go dark here, but the enemy Hakuryu kind of has a beat on me.
I'm getting some shots off on those planes as well.
Oh,
yeah,
might be toast here. And the Hakuryu has got
try to get some AP shots off if we can. Ooh, there's a fire. Love to see it. Probably save the rest of our reload booster for some juicy targets down the line. Got about 2 uses out of it left if we get lucky.
Lemony Fresh, yes, we did change the Longest Night Museum mission from 700 spotted torps
down to 70. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier.
Yes.
I did get the feedback on that and did agree that it was a little bit much.
Fort Worth is the Batman ship, has a utility belt.
Yes.
And with prep time, you can kill just about anything. Although Batman doesn't kill. But otherwise, it is just like Batman.
Panama, the guns are brand new 254mm cannons. I don't think there's anything else that has similar in the game. It's kind of like a halfway between the normal heavy cruiser 203s and the Alaska class 305s. But they do kind of unusually have pretty good ballistics, unlike both the 305s and the 203s.
Oops, I did not mean to pop that Hydro there, but I guess we will be safe from torpedoes for a second.
Let's see.
Oh, that Stalingrad made me have a very bad day.
Rework means playing musical chairs. Please tell me you're limiting retraining costs, not just... no, it is a skill reset, but I don't believe there's anything happening with moving between ships.
Which one of you have more damage?
I'm at
Snarf does.
36,000, which is kind of abysmal, to be honest.
Yes, but it's more than I got.
Well, that's abysmal plus. War G. That is not my finest shot.
On War G.
No, I would say the enemy aircraft carrier and the enemy Slava and Vermont were on my flank, and
look at this port. As you can see, the New York has been outfitted to celebrate the upcoming, what is it? Bicentennial and a half. What do you call that?
I don't know if there's a technical name for 250.
The fifth quarter. I don't know. I don't come up with these types of terms. But yeah, the 250th is coming up right around the corner for the 4th of July. So we are going to be celebrating that. And any second now, there should be a huge firework display going up on the side of the port, which is very pretty. All right. Well, that said, we have tested out one of the new ships, which I think is going to be highly anticipated for this patch. Kind of an old timer, but a good one. I'm going to be rocking John Paul Jones for this match, but the other new golden skin, which I think the art team did a fantastic job, is the Join or Die golden whiskey skin. So good old Wisconsin.
Well, if you're taking that, I will take another tier 10 ship that you can get during this event if you're lucky. The Mini Montana, the OG Whale, the Puerto Rico.
And so John Paul Jones is a seasoned commander that I believe you can get through the event pass that's going on right now. And he comes with a enhanced skill for grease the gears and gun feeder, at least on battleships.
Notably, there is a new skin for the Puerto Rico, the one that you can see on Gizmo's ship there, the white and gold skin. One of my favorite camouflage schemes. Very, very nice and clean. You can get that one for tokens in the armory.
Unfortunately, I do not have a Puerto Rico. I think I have a Puerto Rico B.
Does the ship look like any other ship that's already in the game? I'm assuming you're talking about Fort Worth. It looks similar to Alaska. I've heard it described as looking similar to an Iowa. Obviously smaller, but it is new. So it looks similar to those ships. I would say one of its more distinctive features, and something that I've seen pointed out a lot, is it has those very interesting triple 5-inch gun mounts, which is not something that you see anywhere else. Now, it's not a secondary ship, really, but
I think it has recommended skills for some of the secondaries, though, if I recall. Which is a little
Pack-a-Punch
odd.
is not recommended, which is interesting because it also has torpedoes and is one of the few U.S. heavy cruisers to do
Boy.
so.
Double Hildebrand and Archerfish. It's a little frustrating.
Yeah, double Archerfish is
Yeah. Not even in the division.
the
The
double
Hildebrands
Hildebrand,
are, at least, yeah.
They should maybe feel a little bad.
And then Wolf Shield being very helpful, saying it is officially a semi-quincentennial.
Yeah.
That sounds like fake words, but that sounds like language of English as a whole. Bringing my Pioneer for the rest of the day. Way too many subs. Pioneer is a cool ship. I'm very tempted to buy myself a Pioneer. Pioneer is steel, not Research Bureau, correct?
It is.
Yeah.
Nice thing to note, I believe with the launch of 15.5, the bug with the submarine surveillance, particularly like the prep time, I believe should have been fixed. So
Yes.
you can take your modules and stuff to reduce that cooldown.
Arden says, Arden, you're not in this match, are you? I don't see.
I don't see him as a sub, so I doubt it.
Yeah, say it. I checked the subs first thing.
Yeah. Does Ardent play anything
Barkon is in the
besides sub
chat.
is the question.
Barkon, what are you doing awake still? Go to bed.
I did run into Arden in a carrier before.
Really?
So he just
Yes.
doesn't play surface ships.
Yes. He just likes being a little different.
John Paul Jones predets all torpedoes, so isn't it weird that he doesn't freak out when torps are spotted? Torpedoes, and this was discussed in our Longest Night in Museums episode, the nomenclature for torpedoes has shifted over time. So, as they discussed in the museum stream, once self-propelled torpedoes became a thing, that sort of took over the name. But the damn the torpedoes full speed ahead comment that was famously made was actually describing mines. So that was not self-propelled torpedoes in the way that we would think of them. And so the concept of calling some sort of naval explosive a torpedo is much older than you'd think.
There's the Hildebrand number 1. I wonder if I can... Can I sneak over? Let's see if any of those land.
I think,
Ooh. Oh, damn, that would have been a great target.
I don't
Unfortunately,
know if all
quite
of those are
missed
from
it.
the same ship, but from the same sub, but ow.
Have you been hit? You have been hit. Ooh, I got a fire on the Hildebrand. Love to see that. Another Whiskey G. All right, which Whiskey G is going to get more damage is the question. Oh, I wish I had AP loaded right now. I'll tell you what.
Tell you quit. Let's see, that Harugamo is now spotted because I radared him. Let's see if I can't do some damage. I do have AP
He
loaded.
comes spotted every time I launch my my salvo, sadly.
Well, I've got him radared, but
Oh,
he
I
is
didn't
backing
mean
out of
to
range,
bounce.
and he's gone.
Boo.
But I don't want to stick around because there's a submarine there, and there's also a Wisconsin backing him up.
I'm going to try to get behind this island, I think. That Whiskey does want to get shot with AP, I believe, so I will grant his wish.
One weird, interesting thing to note, I believe the caliber threshold for DDs to start taking full pen damage is somewhere, it's like 280. So it's between where Puerto Rico's guns are and Fort Worth. So Fort Worth can actually deal full AP pen damage to destroyers, whereas Puerto Rico, Alaska, and friends cannot.
That is correct.
We do have a sub problem.
See, there is one of the Hildebrands over there. I would imagine his buddy isn't too far behind. Alright, we took one of the enemy DDs. That's good.
All right, looks like we did manage to avoid the first torpedo. We have an archerfish friend in our proximity.
We do indeed. Well, I wouldn't describe it as a friend. It does want to kill us, and generally your friends don't do that to you.
Depends on your
general
friends.
rule.
All right, let's see if we can get some shots on this Whiskey G. Fortunately,
Decent
he's
hit
at
there
an
on the
awkward
Haruga
angle
Mount.
yet again. I think I do want to get behind this island a little bit
DCP'd that
more.
immediately. Oh, and he ran aground.
Direct hit with that
Bad news for the Haruga Mount.
hit. I think he's going this way.
Hit and a fire on the Harugamo. Yep, which means he's spotted from further away. I know he's already used his damage control. He is in trouble.
I think I'm fairly safe from these torpedoes.
Or rather,
I
he
don't
would be
think
in
he
trouble
can get
if I
those
could hit him.
angles.
My guns said no.
Definitely one of the
Guns
the
said
common complaints about Puerto Rico is her accuracy is actually, she has the battleship as her curve and not battle cruiser, so she's actually significantly less accurate than Alaska, for example.
It looks like that enemy Hildebrand over there is running one of the other things we're going to be showing off on the screen.
It's a pretty good spot to be. My
Which
reload
is
booster ready now?
the We the People skin. Couldn't quite take the torpedo, and the Hildebrand finished me off. But yes, that enemy Hildebrand is showing off the We the People tier 10 camo, which you can get one of for free just by playing one battle during the update, along with a few other goodies. And then I believe there is another one in the campaign that is also ongoing.
Yes. There's lots. That's one thing with this update. There is a lot of stuff you can get for free just by playing and kind of participating in the modes. Notably, the collection for the main, which I wish I could show off exactly what it looks like. The new main skin, the first skin for a super ship. It's better to do that earlier, as the missions for the event pass will get more difficult as the weeks go by.
Yes.
So if you want to min-max it, getting in earlier is going to help you out. There's a small little tidbit on that front. I do want to know what happened to this archerfish. I am terrified he's going to appear right here and try to shotgun me.
Yeah. To clarify for those of you who are wondering, the campaign that's related to the Independence Day celebration, it unlocks like one chapter per week. Every week, once you finish the chapter, all the rewards for the chapter, you start getting post-progression, which is the Dawn of the Nation containers. Those containers drop elements for the Dawn of the Nation collection. So every single week, you'll have to complete the campaign in order to start getting the Dawn of the Nation containers.
Oh, there's the whiskey. Almost have our reload booster as well.
So it looks like we did a good job of holding the majority of the enemy team kind of in place over here at A, while our other flank swept around over at D. Considering it was really just the three of us between you, me, and our K1. There we go. There's the sub surveillance from our friendly sub.
Love to see it.
But yeah,
Should do the trick there, to be honest.
playing defensively does work.
Does work.
Does work. If I am the only casualty in this match, I will consider that a great success.
Ooh, are we going to dodge those torps? I think we are. Good little DCP.
And I think that's obviously it's better. It's better to not
go
sink
through his
than to
nose
sink.
is the question.
But I think sometimes people overlook
That's
the
a little
value of selling your life dearly. Now, I know that puts a little bit of trust in your teammates to finish the job, but if you can just kind of hold the focus of enemy ships and let the rest of your team do work, that is a good strategy.
Work.
Do work.
Ooh, there's the sub.
Oh, he's on the surface too.
No.
One funny thing is, because this Wisconsin is sitting right here, you actually can't airstrike this up.
Yeah,
The Wisconsin's just shooting your plane down.
It is unfortunate.
although it should be the same for you if you use your DFAA, or you don't even have to. You can just protect our friendly sub from getting airstruck.
Ow. This is not feeling great.
No, overall, I would say it's probably not the best thing. The Hildebrand is about to ram you in the behind.
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
I don't know if you noticed
They
that.
came from behind.
I was watching that approach, and I looked over at your perspective, and I
Oh,
did not
that was-
see a view on the Hildebrand.
Well, let's see if I can get the backwards ram.
I don't think he's going to ram you. Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
might be
ram
able
him.
To... Oh,
There
my
we go.
goodness.
With my
Ladies and
booty.
gentlemen,
Gave
the
him the
booty
booty
ram.
bump. I'll take it. Considering we are that far ahead, I'll take some extra
Yes.
damage. I don't think I was necessarily in a winning engagement there.
As
we got a
Chat
decent
said,
100.
hey, yo.
160. Wow, we're still getting damage. I don't know what I... Maybe the
Uh,
sub I got some flooding on or something?
Maybe a fire?
Ah, that can make sense. Yeah, we're sitting at almost 200k damage.
See, the friendly sub is the only thing left in this area, and he is under attack. Oh, but he lives.
All right.
Oh, he died.
He lived until the victory bell, which is all that really matters.
Yes.
172k damage. We'll take that. Ooh, I got an E. Let's go with that.
This is WoW's not Warhammer 40k, so selling your life dearly doesn't apply. Again, I would argue that it can, but if you're purely after your own personal gain, then yes. But, oh, look at that Snarf, top of the team.
With the E, we take that. There's not many of those out in the wild. Actually, surprisingly, I've been seeing quite a few Whiskey G's out today. I was surprised at the number of them.
But looking at the Dawn of a Nation
Yeah, let's take a peek.
campaign, so, oh, I have the entry unlocked. It is a video.
Yes, there are, I believe, 3 or 4 of the videos.
Again, another common art department W.
Yeah, so new historical login videos. So it's going to be the American Revolution, the Boston Tea Party, Lexington Concord and the Declaration of Independence, Battle of Chesapeake Bay, and the adoption of the U.S. Constitution.
I feel slightly unpatriotic. I am drinking tea.
Well, you got to dump it.
I've got
Dump it right on the keyboard.
just right. Chat. This one's for forever. No, I'm not going to dump it on the floor.
There are 2 sets of videos, Find a Keeper. This one you get for actually completing the campaign every week. You get a special one that's related to the campaign itself, and then there's also the new login video, which is currently live, I guess, on the patch.
But as we were talking about earlier, I am now in the post progression for this chapter, which again it only opened today, and I'm already at the end. So it's not
Dev hacks.
dev hacks, right? I perhaps have had a little more time to play today than most, but I would imagine that today, tomorrow, maybe 3 days, and just about everyone can get to this post progression, and you start getting these Dawn of a Nation containers. Combat missions for that is in most modes. You have to earn 500 base XP. For co-op and brawls, you only have to earn 300 base XP, but you get fewer progress tokens. And those progress tokens go directly to your progress in this campaign. And every 30 you get for the post progression, you get these 2 Dawn of a Nation containers.
Yeah, and I will say, again, this first week, if you want to maximize your opportunity to get that collection completed, someone complimented me, that's nice, then I would recommend jumping to it this week if you can, as it will get slightly more difficult.
The campaigns will become more difficult as the weeks go on. So in the first week, finish off that campaign really quick. As you can see, Gizmo did it in a day-ish. And you can start earning those Dawn of the Nation containers.
Pockington with the eagle eyes, noticing that Gizmo has more than 100,000 credits. It's just pretty wild.
I know.
More than 10,000
Oh, wait,
is
hang on.
pretty impressive, too.
I have 1 million. That means I have enough to get another hang on, where's the ship I need a module for? This is far too many credits. I don't like this. It feels unnatural.
Sticking with the America theme, I'm going to go pop on the Indiana, the Navy 250, because last year it was the Navy's 250th anniversary.
There we
Put
go.
Hazley
Much
on
better.
here.
Back down to only 5 digits.
What tier 9 are you going to come out to battle with?
Tier 9. That is a good question.
Were you running Hawaii earlier where the gearing smoked the liver Todd on two brothers? That is Zooey. In fact, was Zooey.
Also, Total, I do this for you. Yes, I'm back down to 63,000 credits, which still feels a little high, but I currently can't go lower because there is not a module that costs less than 125,000.
And specifically for Total Warfare, I will not be showing off the Freedom skin that is also available this patch.
There are certainly a lot of American-themed skins in the game.
Yes, but Total wants the Cleveland or the Helena, something in the U.S. light cruiser line. Oh, nope, we're doing tier 10. Nope. Are we doing tier 9? No, we are doing tier 9.
Are you in queue?
You put us in queue.
All right, here we go.
Okay, good. We're both in tier 9s.
Okay, you're taking out the Whiskey G this time, or not Whiskey G, Fort Worth
G.
Wort.
Wort.
So Indiana
Snarf
was
and
a
Gizmo are evil, not evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, we are not.
Which,
just evil.
speaking of, I think, it was just a headline. I haven't confirmed any details, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think Mike Myers just said he's going to be creating another Austin Power movies coming up. Returning for an Austin Powers. He did just do a collaboration with Verizon, I think, where they're like a Dr. Evil skit, which was kind of funny. I will say Indiana really knows how to maneuver.
It does.
That rudder shift is pretty wild.
Arden says play the I-56. That is certainly one of the ships in our game.
I will do that right after I play Alliance. He didn't confirm for AP4. He's still on. Really?
Correct.
Okay.
I say yeah. There was a commercial. Was it like Verizon or something?
Yeah, it was a Verizon Wireless. I couldn't watch the whole thing, but it was kind of a cute throwback.
Play next.
Free bird, yeah.
We'll play it in, I don't know, like 7 minutes when the song would have caught up to it.
I'm just going to hide around this island maybe a little bit. I do like Indiana being a bit more maneuverable than the majority of battleships, so I play her a bit closer than I typically would.
I'm actually going to go in close to this island, close to B. Try and provide radar cover for the middle of the map.
Lucien might be able to get some shots off with my... I think I can. Let's try to do... See how those do. Just sending it, you know?
So chat, which of
Seattle.
the golden camos between the Fort Worth and... Oh, we're opening up a hole for that. Okay.
Oh, I got one
Between
extra.
the Fort Worth and the Wisconsin gold. I'm personally partial to the Fort Worth. I think it looks like a very, very cool camo. The Gadsden flag, sort of join or die, on the Wisconsin is cool, but I prefer this one.
North Carolina?
Was it Volunteers? No. Old something state? Ah, shoot.
Yes, you're right. It's the Old Stars? Gosh, what is it? Old North Star might be it, yeah.
South. It's in the south. Let's see. Just gonna see what's out there real quick. Oh, there's a couple of destroyers.
Trying to get some shots on that at Fort Worth.
The enemy YOLO Emilio is over there.
It's always fun shooting the new ships on the enemy team. I've at least noticed that's what happens to me. And there is a YOLO Emilio, which is a little spooky.
He's in the middle of the map, though, and I caught him with my radar.
See if I can get him. It's moving a little bit fast now.
Nope. I thought I could straddle this pillar here, but I managed to shoot both that pillar and this pillar. Yomono is coming out. I don't know if he doesn't realize I have torpedoes or he thinks he can beat my reload. In either case, I have a reload booster and torpedoes, so I wouldn't put him as having the best chances in the world.
Jack Manu, it is live on NA. I believe Asia and EU are both patched to it like very recently. Not sure about EU, but Asia definitely.
Oh, Fort Worth is starting to turn into a potentially dangerous position. Let's see if we can get some shots.
Oh, there he goes. And I have destruction effect as well. Look at that. So pretty.
Oh, I do need to put on the new destruction effects. The new destruction effects are super cool. All the fireworks. I'm curious to see what performance it's going to be like with them, but they do look really neat. We're just missing all of our shots thus far.
Yep, Indiana unfortunately does have the lower tier USN ballistics, so like similar to those of North Carolina and Alabama, I believe. Slightly floatier than the average 406mm.
Does let me arc over this island quite nicely, though.
Very nice.
So we're playing a fairly safe position, holding off from them pushing into this this cap too easily.
So spotted here. There's the enemy vice pod.
Just doing the classic,
Ow, ow, ow.
back it up, send her forward a little bit.
Trying to get behind this island now. Oh, I reflexively hit my
Fort Worth
damage.
is
control. Really
slowing
didn't need
down.
to. Actually, Fort Worth does not burn for all that long.
Is that
It does
interesting
not
dispersion?
have the 60-second fires.
I don't think I can hit that North Carolina, sadly.
See if I get spotted again, I'm gonna have to pop my radar.
Looks like the people really like Puerto Rico's skin, actually.
Interesting.
Out of all of the
Out of
golden
all the
skins,
golden ones.
Puerto
Huh.
Rico's white and gold, nice and clean.
I'm not. All right, hot take. I'm not a huge fan of that color pattern. I think it looks mustardy. And I don't like driving around in a giant mustard packet.
You're not like mustard?
I do love mustard, but if I'm thinking about a giant steel behemoth of war, I don't necessarily think a big mustard packet is the most intimidating way to go.
I don't know. If I saw a giant mustard packet running at me, I'd be terrified. Seems very scary. Now, I'm realizing I don't actually know what the range on the Paolo Emilios torpedoes are because I've only ever seen them fired from 3 kilometers or less.
I think it's 6.
Is it 6? 9.5. But yeah, you never see them fired from that far. So why would you even know that?
Hey, these
RT
gonna
Bowen,
be
there
good.
is nothing in those containers other than collection pieces. So it is exclusively
Yes,
for the
for
purpose
the-
of completing the collection, which gives you the T11 Minuteman skin.
which is a very cool skin.
Indeed.
Holy damage. That guy is in trouble. He is dead. Alright, so Fort Worth I don't necessarily want to push up on, considering he has torpedoes.
He does indeed.
So I'm keeping an eye on him if he does want to come around the corner and be a little cheeky. There is a Schottenholst coming around as well, which I might be able to get in a good angle to get some shots off. We'll see.
All the enemy ships over here have smoke. There's the Weissbaden.
Bowen, it is the Minuteman
down
skin
here.
for the T11 Maine, the U.S. super battleship. It's kind of a cool wooden themed skin. Has a lot of cool, like, kind of Old West details on it. I don't think either of these guys have the Maine. So.
I don't.
I do not,
I
sadly.
am far too poor to have the main.
I do. It is now going to be part of my my job to get myself that super ship. I do have a few super ships, but that is not one of them.
You have enough you have enough credits.
I do, but that would involve spending it.
And
that
we
is
all know
illegal.
you don't spend literally any resource. You hoard them like a dragon.
Yeah, it is my hoard. I get to enjoy the game however I so wish, and hoarding resources is certainly one of them.
Well, this holiday is all about freedom. So
Exactly. Do not impose on my freedom.
Freedom to not spend
Exactly.
any of your currencies
It is the true capitalistic way.
for any reason.
Make a number go up.
Make number go up.
We're just playing a little bit of cat and mouse here on this these rocks. I think I have the floaty ballistic, so I'm able to get some shots off while he is not, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did see Lord Zath in the chat earlier. As far as I know, he's got the biggest bank of all the
Yes, the
prominent
Iron
players.
Vault of Zath.
Yeah, he's kind of rolling in it, isn't he?
See, he's a man of culture and
Man, if focus,
intelligence. He knows
determination.
what's up. Pure wisdom.
pure will.
So I think we're doing a pretty good job just like keeping him bottled into this corner. Which is
So close, actually, that their Fort Worth appears to be sort of ramming into their Scharnhorst.
see if I can sneak around the edge of these rocks and get some shots right here.
See, enemy Yolo Emilio is just outside my radar range, which is now expired.
Fortunate. That was not quite effective.
See, now I do have Halsey on this ship, so I get the
Some
improved.
decent angling on
expert
this
load.
bad boy.
I have the broadside of the Scharnhorst here, which
Did
makes me
get
think
a
that my
torpedo
18
off,
might
which is
do okay.
unfortunate.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's angling a bit. We're still getting some solid damage in. Probably pop our heal.
Come on, I want more kills. Give me more kills.
One more turn. Ooh, this Fort Worth is making a move, it looks like. Maybe we just save. Yeah, we'll just secondary down that Scharnhorst and let's get ready to
No, he's mine.
make this guy have a bad day.
I get the cool destruction effect and everything. Alright, I am out of heals. I am out of reload booster.
Probably a little bit premature. That is a lot of torpedoes. Oh boy, it was so many torpedoes, in fact, that it blew my computer up. We are still alive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still alive. Oh, we got a Paolo Emilio. Oh god, everything was awful. What happened?
The
That was a
enemy
bad time for my computer to hiccup.
North
Holy
Carolina
cow.
looks like it might have gone AFK there for a second, because the friendly Kagro was able to just run up on it.
Well, still got 100k damage, and I think we did a pretty good job keeping him bottleneck down there. They really came out to play.
Let's see, the Fort Worth is doing a...
Oh, Paolo Emilio is doing Paolo Emilio things. I think that Alabama is about to have a very bad day. Did, in fact, have a terrible day.
Indeed it did. Indeedy-doody it did.
Fort Worth looks like she is going to be going down here in just a second. Double fire.
Love the name, though. Watch those
Wrist rockets. Speaking of which, I am using a wrist rocket right now.
I am too. The little torpedoes we have are excellent wrist rests.
Exactly.
Try saying that 5 times fast. Torpedo wrist rest. Ooh.
Torpedo wrist rest. I will say, if anybody did watch the update video for this patch, I had a couple of trying to say mid-ship section multiple times for that that bit was almost
Impossible.
nigh insanity causing.
The
I
Spanish
cannot
commander,
say
I
it.
believe, is next patch. It is not in this upcoming one. I know it is a little bit confusing because we release a lot of ST content on our dev blog, for example, and we talk about it. But that is not in this patch. In 15.5, I believe that is coming up in 15.6.
Also, to answer Epic Gamer your question of if you have multiple torpedo tubes and you want to choose which one to fire from, if you are in the battery view, so if you zoom in to the point where I am now and you're looking at your torpedo tubes, or for example on Fort Worth this view, and then you hit C, I can't do it with this ship because I only have the one set of torpedoes that can fire. But if you use C to switch between your main battery mounts, or your torpedo tubes in this case, you can choose which one would fire. It doesn't work with main guns. Main guns always fire the first one first. But if you want to choose which torpedo tubes to fire, that is the way to do it.
Arden is asking where they can get a wrist torpillo. Little bit of a teaser spoiler, but if people did notice, we made an announcement for offline event, which is very rare. We're going to be going out and exploring the USS New Jersey, which is pretty cool. We've done a partnership with WeDefy, which is a veteran organization that helps veterans like acclimatize to more civilian life and focus their efforts and their skills into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So they have a seminar plus a tournament being held on the New Jersey, and we're going to be going out there this week. And 10 lucky individuals are going to be participating in this exclusive tour that we get to kind of go behind the scenes and tour places, usually off-limit access to the public. So come meet me, some other members from the team, go on a special tour, and then there are some goodie bags that may or may not have a little torpedo plushie in there. We'll find out.
Your We the People camo should just be dropped into your inventory. You don't have to go and collect anything for it, as far as I remember.
The one you get after one battle?
Yeah.
Actually, no, you do have to go into the armory.
You do have to go to armory.
So if you go into the armory on the home page, for your featured, it'll be Founding Arsenal. It's free. You do have to pay one battle. So if you have not played a battle yet, there will be a little lock icon on it, and it'll say play one battle. And then once you do, you will get one We the People permanent camouflage, one Pride of Philadelphia destruction effect, and 3 artillery chest containers.
And all you got to do is play one game of that bad boy. So fret not if it is locked as soon as you log in. Just play one game and you'll be good to go. And I believe it's any mode as well. I don't think it necessarily needs to be random battles.
It is just play a battle. Show up, do something.
Pretty brutal requirements there. Keeping with the theme of golden U.S. ships, I'm going to bring out my golden Hawaii Aloha.
I have no drip. I can't bring the golden Hawaii. I don't have the gold from before now. But let's see, if we're doing tier 10s.
What a freaking screenshot, though. Like it's a pretty view. Sunset, a nice little blues, American flag.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
All right. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Tell you what, I will run the We the People camo on...
Ooh, speaking of which, I could probably put a different destruction effect, potentially.
Do I have a destruction effect on this ship? I do not yet.
Show you what the We the People would look like on the Hawaii, at least.
Yeah,
it's quite pretty. It's a very dark blue.
I need Maximum America on my midway here, so I'm going to have an additional Betsy Ross flag alongside my American flag for maximum freedom dispensation.
Show off the new destruction effects. So we have the 13 salvos and then the Betsy Ross Pride of Philadelphia.
But I think the We the People looks excellent on the Midway. And on its aircraft, you get the cool little red stripe
on the planes.
On the planes. And all of the secondary and AA mounts that you see here down the side, their barbettes have the bunting, which looks excellent.
All right. Are we ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
You are not ready. Now you're ready.
Good eye, Ravenum. Oi, 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 as they say. How is Australia doing in the World Cup, out of curiosity? Crikey. Blimey.
Will containers for the Commonwealth Legendary Captain ever become available? I don't know. Let's see, that was relatively recent.
I believe they were answered by Ensign Cthulhu here. 59 for coal.
59 for coal, thank you.
Seems to be the answer for a lot of things. 59 for coal.
Mm-hmm. NA stream. Yes, we are aware the launcher was.
They're doing okay. That's
the
good.
countdown on the launcher is an hour behind.
Ooh, Australia plays USA on Friday in Seattle, Washington. That's pretty cool.
Big fan of Seattle, mostly because it's the closest big city to my home.
Wonder if the Canadians will play there.
Let's see. Oh, there's a main on each team. I wonder if either of them are running the new camo for it.
I'd be very surprised.
I'd be
if anyone had
impressive.
the Minimap camo.
Oh, that's true. It's pretty difficult to get, but maybe
say never.
if they grind out of their mind.
I will never be surprised by what the internet is able to accomplish when it comes to gaming, I will say. All right, good old Hawaii. Let's set some people on fire.
And yeah, as usual, if you guys are having weird technical issues, do try safe mode. Mods tend to be a little bit broken on early on in patch days, so.
Tis true. I was expecting Gizmo to put the We the People on von Zuckerhoff.
No, because von Zuckerhoff already has the
Post-it notes.
the post-it notes. It has the pinata. See, there's the Independencia just flying on by. I would give you fighters, but really you're the last ship that that needs fighter cover.
I didn't bring DFAA though.
You don't need it.
Are you sure?
Your entire main battery is all dual-purpose artillery.
Well, if this was a... Oh, yeah, I suppose. I mean, that was how it was designed originally, was a... essentially just a command ship that only had purely AA.
Yeah, so really that design wasn't so much to get close to the enemy and use those 5-inch guns on ships. It's more just to make sure you're immune to whatever aircraft.
Yep. Not be struck without repercussions. Oh, this Rhode Island is trying to set me on fire, it looks like. Not quite successful.
Double
Did take
fire
out.
on
Ooh, there's a
Conqueror.
Bremen. Hello, Bremen.
Now, does the Conqueror heal the fires? Or repair? He looks like he used his DCP, which in a Conqueror was perhaps not necessary, but he's probably banking on the fact that I won't come back in.
We were using AP. I guess
Yeah.
against the side of a Bremen's not the worst idea. I'm always surprised how far you have to lead these shells, to be perfectly honest.
They are very floaty.
They are indeed. Oh, there's another Hawaii.
Give our Colombo some fighter cover. Looks like I scared whatever's over here.
Holy damage, Batman. I have 3 fires on me. What I get for going on a gunfight with a Hawaii, I think, and a Bremen. Probably should not be using AP here, but I'm being stubborn. "17 seconds on this fire still." Well, that went pretty awfully.
Not
That was not the best positioning. I was just in pain the entire time, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, the pain is not great. I gotta be honest, this positioning for our team is not looking the best. We don't have control of any of the caps. And this whole flank is just a bunch of AA ships all clustered on top of each other. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn the ship around.
I
Not
should
quitting
have
my day
done
job for
that.
singing mode.
I should have gone dark and probably run between one of those islands in hindsight.
Can you show again how to get the ship?
Which ship?
Yeah, please. We will be happy to. Just specify which ship you need.
For the 2 ships currently on stream, Midway is the tech tree. You can just grind it. You'll have to get through Lexington and other lower tier ships that I don't remember.
I believe the tier
Ranger?
6 is the Ranger, and the tier 4 is the Langley.
Yeah, Langley, Ranger, Lexington, Midway, and there's also, of course, the super ship, the United States, and then the Hawaii G and her base Hawaii brethren. They are currently not obtainable. but they will be coming back.
YG was from a Santa crate, on getting a golden crate from the side of that. And then I believe there was an event where you could get her for steel as well. At least the non-golden variety.
This guy's too close to the islands. I'm not going to be able to drop on him.
Yager is doing Yager things.
Just going to go ahead and
Right.
power
Got
my way over
Vengeance
the
on the
island.
Hawaii, which is nice to hear.
A waste.
But
But
Snarf over here in Brisbane, it's cold weather, but we are starting to feel winter season, the cool season, coming up for a couple of weeks.
I wish there was a
it starts
cool
being
season.
a lot cooler.
yeah.
We
Austin,
have a cold season. We
no,
get
we
freezes
have a
occasionally.
slightly cool season. We need a cold season.
Just wait until you get until the great freezes that all of our water stops functioning and
I was here for
roads.
one of those.
I know, and you underestimated the power of an inch of ice.
I suppose I did. I underestimated the lack of infrastructure to deal with some ice.
I do love this skin for Montana. The fact that the mouth opens up a little bit and the eyes move around is pretty fun.
Here's the Christopher. I smoked up. I have to try and drop on this De Erst. After dropping on the Buffalo.
Buffalo has pretty decent AA too, doesn't it?
It does. It is an American cruiser, and therefore it has pretty decent AI.
The Earth's AA itself is not terrible either.
Well, that's a decent hit though.
Yeah, but now I don't have the planes left over to hit the Erst, really.
Yeah. I think you are sent all of those poor pilots to meet a watery grave.
Indeed, I did.
Is this like a phosphorus mine? What is this supposed to be?
Don't know what you're talking about.
There's an island full of red liquid.
Looks like a salt mine, phosphorus mine, something or other.
I know that there's like giant pools in Nevada that are like this super luminescent teal color, and I believe that is to farm either phosphorus or something for fireworks.
Well, it would be appropriate for the event then.
Exactly. AL Shimikaze just living on a prayer of 94 HP, taken out by the Z42. Will he be punished for it, though, is the question. Can he go dark in time? There's a lot of torpedoes after him. Oh, he is deciding to fight the San Martin.
I'm going to try and help him out if I can, but
I don't believe he's going to be around very long to see how that battle plays out.
he's not giving me the best end. Oh, he's turning because torpedoes.
Yeah, he is going to get hit by those torpedoes at least.
And
Ooh, Rogers one of them.
I have attack aircraft on him, but
I do a little
Got
bit. Ooh, look at that. Missile's doing some work. And look at that beautiful Betsy Ross
we
flag
do not
going
have
on.
missiles in the game anymore, Snarf. That was just temporal rift.
Fine. Rockets.
Now, there's no one in range of my manual secondaries, which, as a secondaries enjoyer, makes me very sad.
Commander Keeper, there would be doubloon compensation, but the golden and the base version are two different ships, so
Yes.
you can get both of them.
It's the same way as Black Friday ships.
Ooh, somebody's
Is-
got the YouTube. I think it's a YouTube membership skin. This is one of the prettier skins out there as well. They're main. Speaking of which, hi everybody from YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, or any other platform. We would love to see you here. Thanks for joining us for the stream. If you do want to participate, especially on patch days for us here in NA, you do get to participate in a mystery drop, which has some pretty good goodies in it. And that is through our Twitch channel. So if you do want to join on Twitch and create an account and link it to your Wargaming account, you do get in-game rewards just for tuning in and watching on our weekly streams. Hello, Samoth. Welcome. Main is doing my maneuver of running into the fray. We'll see if
Oh, it has
they
the
have a
subscriber
better-
camo, yeah.
Maine is a little bit better at doing that than Hawaii is.
a little bit,
Just
yeah.
ever so slightly.
I mean, Hawaii isn't the weakest of ships.
No, it's in fact quite a strong ship.
Yeah.
Oh, the main. Well, that island will not mess with the
Oh.
main again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and those torpedoes were not looking too healthy for Hermes either. Oof, not my finest showing, I will say. I'm glad I wasn't streaming for that one. That would have been
Yep.
embarrassing.
could have been rough, but fortunately we managed to dodge that.
All right, what tier do we want to go into now?
Well, I think there's a certain tier 8 that someone in our audience wants you to run, but I know you will refuse
I
to
do
buy it on
not have
principle.
a tier 8, sadly.
You don't have any.
No tier 8s allowed.
Back to Port Express, there is technically nothing punishable about being bad.
Yeah.
Ouch. Way to be expressive. I do agree that was a very poor game plan on my session, and I would not recommend doing that if you want to be better. I do think hindsight is 2020, right? It should have probably peeled off and got out of there. The early DCP, the double fires followed by another set of 3 fires was pretty rough.
I would also say, though,
yeah.
that someone named Back to Port Express telling you that you died too quickly is just a little ironic.
No, but it is fair play. I do strive to do better. But again, you
He
can't
did
really
get
ban
an
people
E
for
and a top of the team the match before, so
Yeah, it's not like Snarf can't play this game. Snarf very much can. Snarf has done well in this game. Especially
no
considering-
need to defend. I have a long way to go, but
Well,
we're
there's
trying.
everyone has progress to be made, but
What tier we want to bring out?
I'm gonna show off the YouTube subscriber camo.
Oh, okay.
And I have that on my Prince Adalbert.
So tier 10 it is. Let's see what we want to
But
bring.
the actual name of this camo is like and subscribe.
All right. Well, considering we're going with the theme of golds, let's bring out our Kitsune commander and go on to our Aki.
And to go back to that point, back to Port Express, we do try to show good gameplay here, but if you can find someone who has a good game every game, please refer them to us.
I mean, I don't know. Zooey's pretty much up there, I would say.
Zooey has good games a lot of the time, but I don't think you're going to find anyone who can only show good gameplay on a live stream. Now, on a video where it's cherry-picked, absolutely. And we do have videos on our YouTube channel of, our How to Play series, but if in a live stream saying that every match must be a win with perfect gameplay, I don't think that's sustainable.
It would be impressive, to say the least. I think there are a few people out there that I would trust to be consistently good a lot of the time. But let's see if I can do a better showing this time around with my Aki Gold. I don't know if I've gotten an E with Aki yet, but I've definitely gotten a few ones, I believe.
John the Ruthless is a very talented player, no doubt about that.
There's of course like players like Gang and John who are like extremely consistently good. Even live, they're very, very rare. And I mean, like, this is purely anecdote, but John the Ruthless did like hard throw like 2 Clan Battles matches that I was in. It happens to the best of players. One of them was because we legitimately sat in queue for 10 minutes and he fell asleep, and we loaded into a match and he was asleep in our super ship in his Conde.
That would have been impressive if he was able to perform while sleeping.
No, that is a hard throw.
That's the goal I'm
It has
for.
happened before. Just saying, like even the best of players here, they're sitting at like what 74% win rate is I believe is like where most players, most of like the top players can get to playing solo. There are still those 25% of players of games that they lose. Certainly, they will still perform well during those games, but it happens.
Someone's got the NASA skin for Vermungus.
Now, this is what I'm currently experiencing is one of the downsides of having this fast TCP. if I was in any ship that had a regular damage control, I was set on fire right here at the top of the match, I probably would have damage controlled because the odds I'm going to get set on fire before it recharges are pretty low. You know, even if I take a fire or a double fire, my damage control would likely be back off cooldown before I got too deep into the engagement. But because I have a limited number of charges, that's just free damage. It's
free real estate.
Like 8,000 damage to the enemy carrier that I would not have taken.
Independencia is coming in. I would love to get some spotting on the map. And then Napoli, I might go get a shot over here. It's not the best angle. But if we are playing Aki, we don't really ever shoot our HE.
Clap your bungos.
Delaware.
I don't think we have any bungos in this match. That's good.
Doesn't seem like he's moving very much.
If we had a bungo, surely he would be clapped by now.
Skate past it, sadly.
Snarf does lack Cleveland. And it
I
makes
do
me
lack
sad, too.
Cleveland. I have no Cleveland. Unless, of course, we are doing the...
In the Name of Tomorrow.
Indeed. Rental period. Because that was free. And we like free. Free is our favorite number.
We need someone who's a submarine ace.
That'd be an Arden, I believe.
That would be Arden. Arden is not a CM, but we do turn to
He's
Arden.
a gameplay helper, I believe, though.
Yes, and we turn to Arden for matters of subcraft.
And subterfuge.
Indeed.
Probably pop a... for that.
Now,
All
I
right,
do have
let's see
manual
if we can
secondaries,
go.
but I'm actually just going to let him go on automatic because I can't see very well over the island, and I could just aim at it. Now, with that Delaware, it's different because the Delaware, I'm pretty sure, is just sitting still while he controls his aircraft.
I think we're going to get a pretty good target on this Mecklenburg. Let's see if we can get some good damage with our AP bombs. Dodge the cotton candy.
Also to correct, Aki has HE bombs, not AP bombs.
HE, my mistake. Survey says I'm terrible.
I wouldn't say the survey says that.
I should. We need to amend the survey. Reflect an accurate sentiment. We have 1,000 damage thus far, so far I'm not too impressed with my performance.
That's true. Chat does prefer, in terms of sub-gameplay, seeing us CMs have 0 damage Alliance games, which is why it was so disappointing when I was the only CM to get a kill in the Alliance.
Enzo Cole is kind of a beast post
Also,
heal buff.
can our Mecklenburg stop pushing my butt? That's rather rude, my dude. I'm really trying to just occupy this position here.
Delaware is getting beaten by pretty much everybody on our team.
Yep,
I don't think I
I'm
need
shooting
to
at him.
send another solid that
Mecklenburg
way.
is shooting through me to shoot at him.
We got our Independencia is going after me. Even more so. Let's see if we can try to speed out of some of this damage. There's a lot of torpedoes coming my way. Do have our DCV ready at least. For those 2 floods. Love to see it.
Independencia does not have a lot of those torpedo bombers to start, but they are very, very dangerous bombers.
Yes, they are very, and you're gonna watch what they do
A
to
lot
Snarf.
of torpedoes.
Oh,
Thankfully, we did
ow,
not
we-
get a second flood.
The water snow struggle. Yeah, no, the Mecklenburg was grouped rather tightly with me. Formation sailing, perhaps too much information.
Let's see if we can get this Mecklenburg on a round 2 of our bombs.
Now the other thing is, the enemy CV has put fighters down over there. There's nothing spotted over there, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there is a ship over there. And
Yeah, that's
so
better.
that is something that if you're playing a carrier, you have to be careful of, is because you can always see the fighters from a pretty set distance. And if there's a friendly destroyer
that's 3
out in
fires.
open water, then you can give away their position. And
Not great.
it, if you're not doing it on purpose, that's one thing. I have seen carriers who type in chat they're going to troll some sort of, some friendly DD and then drop fighters on them the whole time and give away their position. And that is a don't be that guy kind of move. Let's see, the enemy Mecklenburg over there seems to be paying attention to someone else. So doing some good damage to it. Have guns going off on both sides. And again, I'm not using my manual secondaries as a purposeful maneuver because I want to engage targets on both sides, and if I start using my manual secondaries, whatever side I'm not shooting at will not engage. So even if I could engage 2 targets, if I start using my manual secondaries on the Mecklenburg, they will not shoot at the Napoli.
Mecklenburg is having a similar day to me. I believe I have that skin on my Prince Alphabet as well. Come to think of it.
Oh, the like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It is a good. I like the way it sort of pulses.
Agreed.
It is a very cool looking skin.
About the ship. 7 de Setembro.
Should be coming around later in the patch.
Yes. It is this patch. She's just not out quite yet. Quite a cool ship with its ability to essentially snowball with its funny button.
Both 7 de Setembro and Balto are coming later in the patch. I believe even for CCs, they're not off their NDA about those 2 ships yet.
They're not.
So we are not going to show them off either.
Mont popped up, and that's Torps. And
Can you turn?
yep.
Oh, brutal. You got your torps out.
I did get my Torps out. Vermont currently out of range, but might sail into them by the time they get there.
He's continuing to turn. Looks like he's probably not going to get hit by them, sadly. All right. Well, this game is still going to go on for a while. Shall we jump into another one? Was there any parameters you were looking for on a bet?
Do we have a poll going?
No poll? Okay.
Seems like a design flaw on one side. No, it's a choice, right? It's a trade-off that when you use your manual secondaries, it is power, right? You get your longer range. You can target specific areas of enemy ships to try and set more fires, but it limits your ability to engage more than one target.
Yep.
So if you want to engage a target on the U side of the ship, leave them in automatic. If you want to effectively engage one target with your secondaries, go ahead and switch to manual, but you can't do both.
As far as the Fort Worth flag, I believe that is only through the Admiral Pack. I could be wrong on that, but I think I remember reading somewhere that is only accessible through the Admiral Pack. All right. I want to do some destroyer gameplay. Go back to something I actually know how to play.
All right, what tier?
Let's do tier 8. I'm going to bring out my Shigure.
I thought you said you had no tier 8s.
No tier 8s of the ships that Total War wants me to play, that is.
That's true.
Where is my Shigure? There she is.
Now, the Alliance is also tier 8.
It is. It is. It's
also, Marist, Gizmo was talking about when you actually take manual control of your secondaries, which is not something that Schlieffen can do. So this is for ships like Bismarck 41? Bismarck 41,
yes.
sorry.
Yes.
And the German large cruiser line, which can actually take full manual control of their secondaries. They're not talking about the manual secondary skill, which is a separate thing.
Yes. Although the nomenclature for that is a little confusing. We recognize that.
Or the elusive Eisener Kanzler.
Yes. Although that is also a Bismarck 41.
No, it's a different name. It's Eisener Kanzler.
I'll take my my Tennessee. It's not a ship I have much experience taking out.
I don't have one. I can't play it. How do I pronounce her name? Cernunos?
So Nunos?
Nunos?
Nunos or Nunos? Is there like would
There's no
there be
Enya.
an Enya with the two N's?
All right, we got a tier 7 up to 9 match. Right in the middle. I'm happy with it. We are
When
the
will WoW add skins for the subs from Azur Lane.
single DD game.
Potentially
A
at
little
some
spicy.
point. I don't know a ton about Azur Lane. I'm sure there are submarines in it. The only anime sub I know is the Arona's Whale, which I got very lucky and pulled from the event.
I think A is the safer bet. Do you have a Turpits over there? I think I am going to go A because
Right.
I have that little island I can go
We have
sneak back around.
We have another Tennessee, Admiral
Pop my
Puddin.
speed boost. Admiral Puddin. Don't recognize any other names, sadly. Free Admiral Bird. A lot of admirals today. How long will the stream last? We're going to be going for another about 44 minutes and 30 seconds approximately.
Yeah. Still love Warships. Little salty about not snagging that beautiful Wisconsin G. You still have time. Although I understand that if you're talking about not getting it in the initial crates, that is a little disappointing. But you can still get more crates. Burn the Heretic because I have not seen. Yes, I've not seen Azur Lane. I don't know a lot about Arpeggio or Azur Lane. I am very sorry to the weebs in our audience. I will not do better in the future.
We have season commanders. Stay tuned. We are doing some stuff with commanders in the future.
I believe the devlog for the big commander rework
It should be. It should
is
be live.
around.
It's
It is live.
coming. It's coming. I'm scared about what I can say. I like this job. I don't want to lose it. But
Yeah.
But as always, all of the details of the updates will be ideally found on the dev blog.
Also, total, to be a bit pedantic, but I am the Warhammer nerd, but I'm an Imperial Fist player. I like the Black Templar ship in game because that's the closest I have. In a general context, though, I'm annoyed at how much stuff the Black Templars get because people are like, oh, well, we don't need Imperial Fist stuff because we have Black Templar stuff. I'm like, no, they're not the same. They come from our same gene seed, and then they act like they're better than us, and it annoys me because they're too zealotous, and I don't think they're correct in their worship of the Emperor. So that's my take, is the Black Templars are wrong.
but tell me how you really feel.
But yes, if you in general ask me about Warhammer,
All right, nice. We have quite a few juicy targets from our torpedoes on this side. I think we're pretty happy with this compared to the other side where there is the destroyer on the D line, so don't really have to worry about much. We do have a couple of hydros, but we don't really have any radars either. So we're actually pretty safe other than the occasional aircraft that'll come overhead. But in a case of a tricky situation, we do have that exhaust smoke generator, which I do like to save for some sneaky tactics of just kind of running up alongside a battleship and then getting within the 2 kilometer range to make sure all my torps hit. Tis a fun strategy. Yamagi is crawling forward. We got the Manteuffel, I think, getting just enough through here. We will pop our torpedo reload booster.
also
why not?
Milwaukee, can we get some Blood Raven stuff? There's like Pan, just an ally ship. If we had a ship in the game for every Warhammer faction, we would be World of Warhammer ships. So I would love that. Although when I tried to get that made, I was told that it's not. We are looking for the early to mid 20th century, or 20th, and not the 41st or 20th. Yeah, 20th century.
Just
Words-
want to say,
words hard.
whoever just put 10 Quackins on Snarf getting 0 caps as he capped,
Is
the
a
cap
bold
is-
strategy, Cotton.
you're betting on some crazy stuff.
Excellent. We're getting a few
But anyway,
torpedo
we're
hits.
going for the 20th century, not the
3 floods thus
40
far.
410th century. 41st millennium. There we go. Centuries to millenniums is hard, kids. Don't do math.
5.5 kilometers, just skirting outside this Amagi, trying to get as much spotting damage as we can.
Decent
I
hit on
think
him.
he should be going down fairly soon. He is being pretty aggressive here.
My top speed is 21.5 knots, so I am
16
very
seconds
slowly
until I can
trying to
get
back
another
you up.
set of torps out. I'm a little bit worried about getting into this cluster of cruisers over here, so I'll probably turn back out.
Samuth asks, when can we stretch our own
Oh,
images
speaking
onto
of
ships?
which-
I don't think you want to open that box.
That
That is a
would be-
Pandora's box that will remain very decidedly closed.
I have no doubt there will be some
Although
things
mods
that people
will
do occasionally. Yes.
mods will do what mods will do.
All right, we are
Although
back
that's
in
only
dark,
visible
which
on your
is
game
good.
client. So
All right. I think we might just pop a smoke here and do some HE farming.
I have played games where that was a thing. And there's definitely unsavory stuff
oh yeah,
that you
No,
will
we've
find
all
on the
seen
internet.
No, impossible.
Unsavory content on the internet. What was the drop from the
45
museum
seconds.
stream on Monday? A lot of torpedo-focused ships. Some very lucky people got Jaegers. I believe there was even a very, very low chance to get a Kitakami.
Yes, there was a very small chance for a Kitakami drop.
I did a couple people in chat that said they got them though. Yeah, he'll probably not a huge use out of that smoke there, I will say, but I stayed alive, which is the most important thing as a destroyer, especially when you're the only destroyer on the map.
Yep. The enemy destroyer is dead.
We're sitting at 81,000 spotting damage, which is not the worst.
Migs, if you didn't get a Congress, that is available
Oh, so close to killing the enemy
by
Atlantico.
completing
Okay, now he's
the
dead.
campaign. There is obviously the new Minuteman skin from Maine as well. That's some new content.
We'll fire over this island, see if we can get some fires. I will say the guns for the Shigude are certainly not the strong suit.
No.
They are
For most
the equivalent
Japanese-
of firing like a 22 caliber.
I was gonna say for most Japanese destroyers they aren't, but that's not true. The rumor line exists. See, my mindset is still stuck back in like launch days when
Oh, I am
Japanese
getting-
destroyers had bad guns
I'm going on a
and
trip.
American destroyers had good guns.
Thank you, Lion.
And that is it.
And Teufel.
Are we having jerky audio, chat? Sounds like one or two people are reporting
Yeah, I
that.
think it's on Snarf's
Uh-oh.
POV. We have some crackling. Not really sure
Don't love
why.
that. .6. I think we might be able to get spare a set of torpedoes here.
And yeah, if you already have a Congress, then completing the campaign will give you a little stack of doubloons instead.
11k doubloons. Wow.
Those torpedoes are looking pretty good, so Man Teufel hopefully will be going down here and give vengeance for our Gizmo guy.
Yes. Redeem me.
Yeah, he is going down for sure.
Avenge me,
I
Snarf.
don't even think my torpedoes will hit by the time he dies, but I
Oh,
could be
looks like
wrong.
they might. He's healing.
I think we've actually, and he's
Yeah.
looking very sad. Fantastic.
He's looking sunk and torpable.
All right. Well, we do have work to do. They have quite the presence on the 7-8 side of the map. Maybe we can go take down this Roussillon one. Let's put it into it. Or do we just go capture the sea?
Cloud Beast, these
Probably
streams
better to
go for roughly 2 hours and 5 minutes. Sometimes we go a little bit over. And to SDSU Pinoy, do any Ouija play with mods? We are perfectly free to do so on our personal PCs. But when we stream, no, we do not play with mods.
Yes. We stream the client vanilla. I have not played with mods since becoming a CM, just so I'm sort of in the same zone on stream as I am at home. You know, I like to practice as I perform. But before I became a CM, yes, I used the official mod station, and I ran quite a few mods actually. Some mods, you know, that became similar features in the game. Like there was a mod for the score timer, and we now have a score timer in our game.
I will say that Zuikatsu just lied officially on stream, and it is clippable. As when we do King of the Sea or Warship Masters, there are usually mods involved with those streams.
That's true.
And I've lost trust in both CMs today. I've been lied to twice in the same day by both CMs.
Wait, what did I lie about?
About my computer being locked.
Yeah, mods do tend to break the game, especially early on in the
It
patch.
was not on stream.
That was not
today.
on stream. You can't.
I didn't
ding
say
me.
on stream. I said on today.
Old enough to remember when there was a mod to show the smoke screen on the map. Yeah, that was an old one.
Sejong, do you
yes,
have to watch out
Rovan,
for
I literally did just facepalm.
5 kilometer and 4 kilometer.
Also, I saw the discussion about Texas Golden. I think that would be a very interesting idea. I actually have not seen the USS Texas since moving out here. I do want to make a point of going down to Galveston at some point and checking out the USS Texas.
We are going to pull the ye old I'm not a Paulo Emilio, but basically a Paulo Emilio move. And give this Massachusetts a nice little welcoming gift.
Paolo Emili, no.
So confident in your
looking
one
pretty
set
good.
of torps.
Yeah. Doesn't even bother
Don't,
launching.
gotta keep the second for important things, you know? That's all you need.
Christmas charity stream, Gizmo shaves his beard and Snarf grows a beard.
I cannot grow a beard, sadly.
Also, those things do not take the same amount of time. Maybe I could shave my beard on stream for a charity stream. I don't think Snarf could grow one on stream.
I mean, I am technically growing one on stream right now. It's just not impressive.
I suppose so. Too much beard shaved twice a day. I think that's... I don't know anyone who shaves twice a day. I trim my beard in the mornings, as I imagine most beard havers do.
Beard havers.
Those who, us bearded fellows. But I think shaving twice a day would be a little excessive.
I would agree. I think that is a good way to have lots of pimples appear on your face.
Snarf could grow a beard with cotton balls and glue.
Cotton balls and glue. That sounds very sad.
We're gonna tar and feather him. In the spirit of the American independence movement, we are going to tar and feather the ruler, which is Snarf.
Oh boy.
Snarf being the king of the CM team.
That
down
is
with the king.
certainly not true. Well, unfortunately, we had aircraft hanging out a little bit too aggressively, but I was still proud of a couple of the plays we had there.
I say we are down a little bit on kills, but we are 3 caps. Score timer does have us winning this one.
I do think the Sejong is about to recapture C, which is going to be unfortunate.
Potentially, although the 9 de Julio...
If he can get in there, I don't think he's doing much except backing off right now.
If our CB spots the Sejong, I, in a gunfight, would probably say the Julio would win if he would move forward.
Yep, I think he is playing a little bit too passively, probably. Before I go, is that New Jersey event possibly being recorded for some Wargamer YouTube stuff or possibly clips for Discord? Yeah, so the main kind of goal for it is to get content for social media. Mm-hmm. So we hope to be doing, some fun interviews and then recording the tour itself. We will be at the mercy of the museum staff. So we won't be able to promise exactly what will be content, but we do want to record. It is a expensive endeavor to send us out there to be part of the event, and obviously being sponsors of the event as a whole. So we do want to make the most of it as much as we can. So
Yes. And just switching over to Snarf's POV, Snarf got 2 caps in that battle.
Is that green flag an assist or is it a defense?
It is a defense.
that is a defense.
All right, 2 it is. Congrats to the vast majority of you, actually, who voted for that.
And I would say if it's green, that means it's defense, because the assist flag is also orange.
Unfortunately, unless we get some pretty impressive kills here, I think we will be losing this match.
Yeah, it doesn't...
We could probably hop into the next game.
yeah, we can go ahead and jump out to port.
5 minutes of that going on.
Lego is not a fiat currency, then
I don't know. I would beg
why,
to differ.
I say,
think
why
it's
is
still
that
over.
how I'm paid then? If Lego is not a fiat currency?
I'd be happy to be paid in Lego.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hold their value quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 40K, I think I'm going to bring out ye old. Where is she? It is German.
That Domination container, Domination collection started. And then when that is done, I will get the
There she
camo
is.
for
Cross of
the
Dorn.
main.
Do you like the Cross of Dorn? It is quite a good ship. Highly recommend it in ranked as well.
And that's because Rogel Dorn is obviously the best Primarch. I know-
I got myself the Statue of Liberty skin coming up. Or skin commander. And she does have a voiceover, actually.
Let's see, and I will take the Ignis Purgatio because I am no heretic. And you can't make me take the Chaos ship.
Got some more decals. I could have put some decals on the Shigude game, actually.
Yolotica, 80% of Quackens put down in that prediction were for the option that won, so chances are you made very little.
Also, Snarf on your
Pretty
count.
good. Top of the team, sadly, but it was a loss.
'Twas indeed.
Oh.
Lego is a fiat currency every between 6 and 10 years old. Like,
That date is September is not out yet, sadly. We cannot show it.
Yep, Yolotica, you take the Quackens of the people who lost, and in this case, only 20% of people, only 20% of Quackens contributed were losers.
There's a Cross of Dawn. What are you bringing out to play?
Ignis Purgatio.
Oh, nice. We're both being some 40Kers.
Well, specifically for the Imperium.
Indeed.
For the God Emperor. The Emperor protects, after all.
If you had to live in one of the 40K factions,
I would just die.
which would you choose?
I've heard that question before, and the answer is I would be dead. Is what I would be doing. If I had my choice of like what faction to be, I think I would want to be a Custodes because I feel like that's probably the best. I mean, I would be a super soldier. Or being like an Imperial
mismatch.
citizen on maybe some sort of low-level agri world. I mean, I understand the quotas would be harsh on one of those sort of factory farms, but there's got to be like a feudal agri world somewhere out, just off in the corner of the galaxy that is just off on its own, and I think maybe that could be okay.
Sounds cozy.
Um,
Wouldn't want to be chaos.
Yes, you
God,
can
Lynette.
find the stats for Saturday the September floating around on the dev blog and in the patch notes. But yeah, we cannot share gameplay of it or our opinions of it until NDA releases for everyone.
Oh, which faction would I make Snarf in 40K? That's a good question. I don't. Now, is the question what faction I would make him and what clash or what question faction do I think he would be? I've got Quackens on the brain. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, Strangian. As soon as I settle down on the agri world, the orcs are going to come, or worse, the Tyranids, or worse, Chaos, or worse, the Dark Eldar.
Fort Worth? Warwart?
There is no good in the 40k universe. There's only degrees of how terrible things are. Snarf isn't one of the orcs. No, Snarf has his intelligence stat is too high to be an orc. I think
dare you.
Snarf is like a commissar. Snarf is definitely like somewhere high in the Imperial Guard. Very much like a, you know, he's the guy that's at your back, encouraging you, with encouraging words, and maybe a chainsword if necessary.
Your nose is a little brown over there. I don't know.
No, I definitely think you would you would then, you know, have the commission of the commissar, glory to the first man to die. And, you know, then you would send me and Zmikatsu forward. But I wouldn't dare badmouth my commissar because I want to live.
Wow, he really can't shoot over that island. That is unfortunate. Thought I would be safe behind this little island, but evidently
Talk about the free Congress this patch. There is a free Congress.
There is a free Congress.
We have mentioned it, and if you get the free Congress, if you already have the Congress, you get compensation with 11,000 doubloons, which is not a small number of
There
doubloons.
isn't really a lot more to say about it, other than you just get it at the end of the campaign.
Oh, that Catalunya is having a rough day of it. My shell bounced. Other people's shells didn't.
Fortunately, these guys are hanging out just past my firing range, which is very depressing. I'm trying to sneak closer to this island so maybe I can be a bit safer from there.
Sneak myself into the Sisters of Battle? No. For a variety of reasons that wouldn't work. First of all, if I was in the Sisters of Battle, they would probably put me in like a penitent engine, which would be the worst thing. There are so many reasons why being me in the Sisters of Battle would be a terrible idea. Also, I don't like. Have you the Sisters of Battle minis now, and certainly the way they are in the lore now, right? They're not there to be attractive to you. They're there to kill the enemies of the Emperor, and they absolutely would. And if they deem me to be the enemy of the Emperor, which they most likely would, because they don't need suspicion, they just need to, I don't know, look at you funny. They would absolutely kill me.
The campaign for the Congress is just automatically started, and I don't believe you need to actually do anything to progress through the chain. It just automatically unlocks, and you go and click on the campaign, and I think the section of the UI where Gizmo was showing off that one video, that is where that campaign lives.
Yes, it is in the Dawn of a Nation campaign. I might take a Nakamov torpedo here if I can't slip in behind this Montana. Oh, nope. Looks like I might do okay.
They're all just outside of reach. Aha! Finally a target. Maybe.
I say this Sabir is sitting darn close to broadside. So, see if I can't give him a bit of a
Siberius?
I am Siberius.
I just had no targets. I need intelligence data.
Only
I mean, we are in a winning position, so I'm not going to overextend myself.
so
There
you
we
had
go.
to say that. Now our Montana's getting torped to death.
You're up next.
I know. I'm concerned.
All right, now we can set some fires. Beautiful. Sarupik is in a... Oh, and he DCP'd immediately? That is a brave decision.
Oh, the Attigo popped up, of course, as soon as I fired, and bounced all 4 shells off the Montana's nose. That's true. The Imperium does include the Felinids, so in theory, I could have a cat-girl girlfriend. But out of all the things to happen in 40k, something nice is not likely.
Oh, there's the fire. See if we can get a couple more of those.
Just double fire. Now, the enemy Montana there is Sumo Crisis. What, if you're a sumo wrestler, what is a crisis for you? It seems to
Losing
be a
weight.
fairly, yeah. It is by definition a relatively slow-moving profession. So it's not like a crisis would sneak up on you, I imagine. You'd kind of see it, I would imagine you would have prep time.
Fighting Steven Seagal.
Hmm.
I think we can set this Montana finally getting dividends for our patience. All of the targets are coming to the barbecue.
And I would really... Oh, the Atago just got hit pretty darn hard. He is smartly deciding to turn away. Atago is a very good Tier 8 cruiser. But we are, in fact, in a Tier 10 match, and that makes life difficult for Tier 8 cruisers.
Atago is strangely better suited at T10 than a lot of other T8 cruisers, even post heal buff. Obviously, last patch we introduced heals to all T6 plus cruisers. Atago has a 41mm deck, which makes her immune to overmatch.
Please on her deck, yes.
Which is a strangely thick deck.
She benefits from being around from the very early days of the game. Ow. I was a Citadel. And players... The general knowledge base of the player base was lower, and cruisers died to battleship guns very easily. And so Atago was the replacement for Hikami, and so it was given some buffed armor, and it retains its value pretty
There's
well.
a fire on the Montana. That'll do her. Oh, and the Indiana just coming out very conveniently. Appreciate it, Mr. Indiana.
Oh, might not be able to dodge these. Oh, but I can, because I'm very good at the game. Would you look at that?
Wow, there is a Musashi hanging out behind us, which is a little spooky. Maybe start switching my focus fire to him.
The Ruprecht is executing what I believe people call a gamer turn. And I believe people call that, I mean, I call it that. Atago is sitting mostly still. Looks like it might get rammed by the Ruprecht. Hopefully that rams it into the path of those shells.
Musashi is getting beaten up by a bunch of torpedoes, which is beautiful to see.
Nope.
See if we can help take him down before I get deleted. Does have the heal, and she's taken down. Beautiful. There is a Kitakaze behind us, but I'm not super worried about.
Down.
The Sabir is probably a good target now. Looks like he has DCP'd.
Let's see, the Ruprecht is up. He's giving me a decent amount of broadside. Let's see if I can't hit him for some good damage numbers here.
This guy might be backing up. Depth perception is always a little bit tricky. Looks like he is backing up, in fact.
Uh-oh, those
We
are
got a good
incoming
beat on him
shots from the
now.
Sabir, which I do not like.
I am trying to take him down as quickly as I can. See if we
Oh,
get
he
some fire.
missed. I got lucky, he missed. He's showing me broadside. I might be able to hit him back. He vanished. It takes a lot to make a battleship as big and noticeable as Sabir vanish.
Is true. Let's see if I can maybe spot him. I doubt it. See, this game's looking a lot healthier than the last one, I will say.
It is.
Alright, he is creeping forward now. His guns are the other way, which is lovely.
Gotta take a shot at him, but I don't know if he's gonna accelerate into the shells.
I think we can be able to take him down if we're
two
lucky.
shatters. That is tough.
Sabir does share that hull with Kremlin. It is a very tanky beast.
It is.
Does have a time-based heal, though, so once it runs out, fairly easy sitting target.
But it has a lot of that heal. I mean, the duration is
Minute
fairly...
and some. There
Oh,
she
and of course,
goes.
as soon as I fire, Someone gets a good shot on it and kills it.
All right. I think we can probably roll out now.
I can't believe that island is still working for Snarf. Look,
It's a great little island.
It's a good little island.
Islands tend not to move, so once
See,
they
I
start
got
working,
yelled at by chat for running down the middle, so we did the opposite approach this time.
Yeah.
Same map. I had a chance to redeem myself, and pretty much the same boat. It's just its little brother.
Yeah. Oh, those are torpedoes. I don't like those one bit. Well, I guess that means that the enemy Venom is somewhere down here. He has not been
Indiana
spotted
is still
for the
there she
entire
goes.
game. Oh, okay, we won.
That'll do.
Props to the enemy Venom, though, not being spotted the entire game. We'll
Not
have
the
to-
most thrilling game I've ever performed, but I think we,
I
yeah,
got a 2. I got a
nothing
Dreadnought. I'll take that.
nice.
There's a tier 8 and a tier 10 match. I will take that. The enemy Venom, again, top of the enemy team, never spotted.
Well, that's
This man knows ball.
a couple
fortunately,
of
while
tier 8s.
Gizmo did perform pretty well, he did not get a single Citadel. So for those of you who predicted 0,
Oh,
congratulations.
ouch. That hurts.
Let's go to tier 9 now, shall we?
Back up to 9. Show off some ships with some decals. Why don't we?
Yeah, that's a good idea. What do we want to
Around
play?
about 20 minutes, Casper. 18 if we want to be exact, but we tend not to finish right on time.
What would be a good one to show off for? Could do Mataga. It's a very pretty skin.
See, I'm gonna.
I don't know if I can put decals on that version.
I ranked
though, can
this
I?
ship pretty highly in my
I cannot, sadly.
tech line ranking on my Discord stage last night. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. It was much appreciated.
We can do it on a Missouri. Good old Misery. All right, let's see what Fide et Fortude. I think that's the same thing, but in
Marcos.
different
Currently,
language.
decals
Fortune favors the
decals
brave.
are tier 9 only. This is just basically our first trial run of the feature, and I expect them to become available to other ships
Vidi Vidi
at some point in
Vici.
the future.
I came, I saw, I conquered. I feel like you have to put that on conquer.
Yes.
Fortune favors the brave makes sense for Missouri, I feel, as a reference to previously improved eco and the fortunes that you could get with it.
Also, for those of you wondering, how do I get these wondrous decals? Well, if you look in your missions tab,
Gotta
there
use
is
crab.
a mission that will appear in your common section, set sail for decals, and every 5 battles you win in any of these game modes, you will get 6 decal containers. Each of those decal containers will have decals, and each of those decals you can apply to the tier 9 ship of your choice. There are only a few restrictions on that. One, you cannot apply them to ships that have camos that change the ship's model. So anything like, for instance, the Star Kitakaze, or some of the more advanced camos like that, where, you know, something that looks like it fully models, changes the model of the ship, you cannot apply decals. It must also be a tier 9 ship for now, but once you apply it, it works like a permanent camouflage in that it is stuck to that ship. You can then not apply that same one to another ship. Even if you demount it off the ship that you applied it to, it is stuck to that ship forever.
Yes. So if we swap over to mine to give you a live demonstration. So notice on this skin, we do have the decals that we have affixed to our ship. They can be asymmetric, however you want to do it. But if we were to swap over to the Triumphant skin, it does go away. But it is saved once I swap back over. Same with the Ember Core or the Noble Patina. But as soon as we swap back over, the decals will be saved. I think we're going to change our commander. Let's bring out Hazley.
Burnout, great placement for these for some ships, marking where the sit is located. I don't think the sit being in the center of the ship
No, that would
is
be
a particularly rare occurrence.
Yeah, this is somewhat of a known variable.
All right, we will link
although
another Pride of Philadelphia on here.
Obviously, the system is relatively new. So right now, the decals are only, you have these sort of emblems that can be applied fore and aft on each side, and then the mottos can be applied amidships. But who knows? In the future, there might be, more funny ones. We've heard feedback. People want memes. Things like I see in chat, the Band-Aids, Citadel here, things like that. And this system is constrained to tier and these types of decals right now, but in the future, the options, who knows what they'll be.
Definitely one thing I've heard many times since the decal system was introduced / announced
Decals.
is the wish for players, the wish that players want for you to be able to display your efficiency badge or your service clasp. And rest assured, we have communicated that very thoroughly.
Yes, we are.
This is the earliest
Yeah.
rendition.
But again,
of
this is basically a trial run for decals,
Yeah.
which is why they're stuck to T9s,
decals.
and there's just a few of them.
Begging Wargaming to give us first-rate ships of the line. They would not do well.
Ships of the line, yeah, that would be like what, tier -2?
Yeah, back a few hundred years.
The old Age of Sail.
But
which was fun. You might know this better than me, being the history buff, but like theoretically, they actually, being a ship of a line, they actually towed a line between the ships and created just like these giant like chains of ironbound ships across the way. Did they not?
They didn't generally use an actual line. It was they sailed in a line. They had
I thought they physically like affixed the ships to each other. Am I crazy?
I am not aware of that. Not entirely. I mean, again, that could certainly be the case. But the line of battle, right, is you would have sort of all the ships of one navy coming at, in one line, and all the ships in the other line, and then you'd have they would exchange broadsides, and so that's.
I felt like there was like some like of the Nelson's battle. What was it? Was it Waterloo?
Well, Waterloo was not a naval engagement.
No, it's not. I'm trying to think. What the heck?
Water is in the name.
It is in the name. That's probably what I'm thinking. There was a.
But Trafalgar is probably
Trafalgar, yeah.
One of the bigger Age of Sail engagements. But yes, decals for service emblems for those kind of things is definitely a hotly requested item. Now, I did go over towards C because being in the area of B would make me nervous. Being in the area of B would make me nervous, but it looks like we already do have the Mahan and the Jaeger. So I'm going to circle back towards B. Hughes is over there.
Missouri is good with HE, if memory serves. Am I crazy, or am I thinking of a different ship?
It is as good with HE as most other USN battleships, which is to say you fire it if you really do not have anything else to fire AP at.
Yeah, it's fine.
An option.
It's there.
I'm like, oh, that's a ship I actually probably should have brought out. Good old Prince of Wales. I am a big fan of that.
Tsushima is a definitive surface battle. I would argue that Jutland does a better job of being the definitive surface ship battle, and even then, you have other historical engagements. But Trafalgar being the Age of Sail agreement, I would also agree with. I would agree with that assessment.
Some pretty tight dispersion, though. Lovely. 2 fires. That's why we fire HE. Never listen to Zuikatsu again. HE all the way.
Yes, we all know that when you want to have good gameplay, you should absolutely not listen to Zuikatsu.
Exactly. Go straight down the middle with a Hawaii.
I would agree in terms of strategic impact that Tsushima was much more decisive and had a longer term impact. But Jutland was,
AP into the side
certainly for the First World War, it was the engagement, right? It was the one that both Britain and Germany had been building up for, and experience gained from it led to different doctrines for battle cruisers. It showed the use of torpedoes being used in a large-scale engagement and sort of how people identified how they would be used.
Oh boy.
I think it had a lot of long-term impacts that played into World War II.
Oh boy, are we going to touch that? We are going to touch that because we're bad. Hey, we did get a Citadel though. Lovely. There in Massachusetts. Probably put some into the superstructure, although I would like to be firing HE here, which is obviously the superior ammunition, as we've determined earlier in this game.
Yep.
Yes, the mission for co-op does only give half the points because number one, the requirement is lower. Number two, co-op games go quite a bit faster than randoms battles.
Yes.
9 points. Don't quite.
Despite the protestations of our players, usually the average human is better than the average bot.
I don't know.
Was Jutland for ships similar to what Kursk was for tanks? That's tough. I mean, they were obviously both hugely significant
HE.
battles.
Of course, I switched to HE as soon as this Palmer's coming around the corner.
I would say that
Swap back.
Kursk saw the use of combined arms in a way. I mean, it was obviously mostly, mostly tanks. I would say that a better naval analog for Kursk would be Leyte. But I don't know. There again, it's kind of an apples to oranges thing. If you wanted to say they were both incredibly significant battles that demonstrated the potential of the weapon systems involved in a way that never really had been done before, yes. Modern naval gunnery and battleship tactics at Jutland versus tank tactics at Kursk, sure. But otherwise, one's a land engagement, one's a sea engagement. There's going to be some pretty noticeable differences there.
All right. Pretty good use of our radar there, if I might say so myself. Don't think I'm going to get another salvo off, sadly. Looks like there is a Chungmu.
Yes, I'm going to try and chase
over
him
there.
out of his smoke.
I'm going to try to get behind this island just in case I have some, I'm assuming, deep water torpedoes coming my way. Probably pop that heel.
I'd say the Chungmu doesn't really have anything to scare me off because his torpedoes cannot hit me.
I cannot say the same. I'm terrified.
Well, yes, that's why I'm going and not you.
I appreciate you.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
Christopher
trying
is a spooky boat to find as a destroyer. I've experienced it many times.
I'm going and not you in the same way that you're going to New Jersey and not me. And I'm not jealous about that at all.
Not at all. Not in the
Not even a
slightest.
little bit.
I've
I'm
noticed. I'm glad.
perfectly happy.
I'll make sure you don't go to any future things as well. Just so.
Please no. It makes me so sad. There's the
Oh,
Chungmu.
there's the
Okay.
Chungmu, and there's the.
Sturdy. Sturdy 01. Odds that is a Warhammer fan. Relatively high.
Uh-oh, sap against a submarine.
Point.
I switched to HE.
Oh, that's
No,
gonna be a
no, no.
lot
Sap
of torpedoes.
is actually preferred.
Really, I would have thought that the explosion radius of the HE...
Sap has generally equal or larger explosion radius as HE shells and has significantly
Holy!
more damage.
Yeah, intentionally dodged that. Good job, Alex. I'm proud of you.
Snarf?
Also, DOS myself
who's
on
Alex?
stream.
I
Who's
don't
that?
know who Alex is. That's weird. There is no Alex here. No, I believe we've all said our names on stream at least once.
Yeah.
Actually, I know we did because you said Zuikatsu's name and I said my name out of solidarity.
My name is well established across the internet, so I have sadly no hiding from that. Can we get this Fort Worth as we come across this
Disagree
little?
with Gizmo and say Midway was the Kursk of the Pacific. Good point. I mean, it was a very decisive engagement. I can see arguments for both. That's not a hill I'm going to die on. I think they are both very significant battles.
That would be Bunker.
Yes. Bunker would be the hill to die on, especially given the current update.
Nolans.
Zuikatsu, what do you think of the Fort Worth's name?
Monmouth is dog water. I have a bone to pick on that one.
Tell us how you really feel.
Monmouth is highly underrated. Is probably what I would say.
Oh, we got a destruction. Lovely. I did not.
Oh, and look at the
expect that.
beautiful, beautiful destruction effect going on there.
Fireworks all around. I think this guy is about to have a very bad day because I have radar, and I'm going to wait until he slows down and I reload and give him how I really feel.
Let's see. Oh, there's the Hughes and the Udaloy closing in on my position rapidly.
I think that'll probably about do him. No, survey says, tragically.
You are running a lot of surveys, apparently.
I do run surveys. It is important to have data.
We collect a lot of data.
Ooh, that York is having a bad day. There we go.
Now, I know there's an... nope, there's not an Udaloy. Udaloy is dead.
Ooh, there's a Kepar. Probably swap back over to AP here. It looks like we're going to have some pretty good targets in a moment.
Yep, he radar just as I thought he would. But I really don't have a choice.
Pop our heal again.
I'm just stuck here in front of the...
We managed to dodge even more torpedoes. Love to see that.
I'm just going to accelerate and hope and, I don't know, launch my torpedoes or something.
A little bit of an awkward angle.
Oh, the Kepler is right there. I should have launched my torpedoes at that.
5,000 damage, I'll take that.
That was
Hughes.
Okay, I gotta admit, missing the battleship 3 kilometers away.
Oof, I am gamer turning into his guns, which is a little spooky. See if we can disable those guns.
Isn't that the Knight of Statistics surveys?
Shoulder to shoulder?
Perhaps. Snarf and I actually know a LARP friend of ours named Surveillance, the Knight of Observance.
It's true.
Shout out to Surveillance if you're out there. Oh, hey, I hit the Fort Worth with a torpedo.
A little spooky. We're just gonna kite away from these bad
Breed
boys.
Silver, Spunker Hill. The American Revolution, again, that's not a historical point that I'm hugely confident on. But Grand Admiral Rapier, I will let you have the deciding vote on that one. On what is the better hill to die on? The topic of what is the better hill to die on is not a hill I am willing to die on. I will say that.
Uh-oh, Musashi has fired at me.
I always thought Dallas and Fort Worth were 2 districts of the same city. They might as well be.
They pretty much are, but don't tell that to anybody who lives there. They'll get very upset at you.
If you tell that to someone from Dallas, they'll say, yeah, Fort Worth is part of Dallas. If you tell that to someone from Fort Worth, they'll be very upset.
Okay, we're good. We're fine.
It's really just the airport. It's the airport that makes everyone think that they're the same.
DFW?
Yep.
Yeah.
Designer Foot Warehouse.
Is that what that stands for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Trying to get some pot shots around the island. That did essentially no damage. Oh, he's turning his guns again, which is terrifying. Those torpedoes look good, though. They did, like, no damage.
That's a submarine.
Oh, it is a... That is explaining that.
Grand Ammo, you're right. I do remember reading that now. Yes, Breeds Hill is where Bunker Hill actually did take place. It's just the Bunker Hill that was a better sounding name. So we go.
Musashi is a spooky boat. But those look very juicy. Those are the torpedoes we do like. I think we managed to pull this one out.
I think we did. And we
pretty good game of cross board.
exactly
Got
7 o'clock.
Confederates, shoulder to shoulder, brothers in arms, and generally offensive.
We are, according to chat, generally offensive.
That's true. It is true. Goodbye, Musashi. Can we make the 250 port a permanent option? It is very pretty, is it not? We got a 2 in our Missouri, not terrible.
Got a 2 in my Christopher.
And I was also number 2 in the board.
I was not number 2 in the board.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be it for today's stream.
We do have a raid going out.
We do have a raid, so stick around for the raid and see more of that 15.5 content. We can show off the beautiful port in the meantime.
I can show off the
See if
Dawn
we
of a
got some of
Nation,
those
at least all 4
fireworks.
pieces of it.
Fireworks, please. Cue fireworks. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in today. It is a big patch, lots of freebies. So again, if you do want to get that super skin, I don't know what the best term would that be.
Super ship skin.
Super ship
The
skin?
Minuteman.
The
for
Minuteman.
main.
The
Yeah.
very first super
The
ship
main
skin.
of the minute.
Do try to get your games in early, as it is going to get harder as the weeks progress. But good opportunity to grind out those repeatable missions at the end of this week's chapter of the Dawn of a Nation event. But appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Please be good to each other. Say hi to Ruzo. And we'll see you here next week for Zooey and Gizmo going
Yes.
at it. And little spoiler, might be some behind the scenes of what it takes to make an update like this. So
Ooh, very exciting.
more will be seen. All right, y'all.